let's select this, and we have control field over here, and it's reading speed, right? So last time we were using speed, so here we need to calculate the speed over here. So if you don't know that where is this parameter, so I'll just select these, find, hey, where is the speed? So it's here. So use this instead of just, because there are lots of tab and it has multiple parameters. So I'll turn on the speed and let me simulate this. Right, so it's not adding that much. And what is this compute range is doing? It will just give me maximum range, and that's not useful over here. Okay, so now I want to visualize the velocity. So for that I can just go to field and I can select this speed. I can just open this over here, and I have some options over here that I can just visualize this in 3D. So I can just use plane as well. So this plane is quite useful over here. So I'll just select this plane and I'll just copy this range and paste it over here. And I'm not going to change this over here. I'll just make changes this in this area only. So let me just check which range is working well. So this is fine. Yep, this is working well. So we have to lower this number over here, right? So let me just reduce it, maybe 3. It's not visible. Let me reduce this by 0.7. So something is visible over here. Let me just turn this off and just check the difference. So it's not affecting that much if you see. So for now, let's just turn this off because we don't have enough room for that one. So instead we will use density over here. And I want to turn this to n density, and here also we will follow the same thing. Just range and paste over here. Cool. Let's go to the camera and check. So currently it's adding everywhere. So I want to add in this area only. So I can just go over here and change this. So let me increase this by 1 and 2. So something is visible in the background. Yep. Let me just reset the simulation. Yep. So this thing is working. Awesome. So currently our main plan is we will use more disturbance as well, right? So let's add them. So we will have more speed in the system to deal with. So let's just dive inside. So here I can just use extra disturbance. So I think this is fine and leave it to default. Let me connect these. Reset the simulation. Yeah, so it's affecting. And now let me just check the velocity. Yep, I have some velocity now. Yep, as you can see, it's working. And let me just turn this off. Is there any difference? Yeah, now it's working. So that's what we need, enough speed also in the system. Cool. So now everything. Currently, let me just cross check. We have this. I can increase this over here, but I think everything is working really well over here. So it's not required for now. Okay. It's covering it actually larger area at the moment. So I have to increase this more. Let me use 75. And yeah, I want less area only. Cool. And next I want to reduce this dissipation as well, so which is here. So I can just go and reduce that, which is also fine. So if you notice over here, can you see we have some stepping issue? And what will be the normal approach of this one? We can just use substeps and everything, right? So for this kind of stepping, we don't really need that substeps. And I will just show that. So there are the many reasons of using this static scatter, right? So you will notice now. So here, why it's creating that stepping issue? So let me just take a screenshot of this. So currently this is current frame and previous frame is this. So here we don't have data in this area. So what substeps will do, if you use two substeps, it will just add one more data in here. And if we use three substeps, then it will add three data in here. But what substeps will do, it will also increase the simulation times 3 times as well. So that's not solution for this kind of issue. So what we can do, we can just fill the gap at source level only. So let me show you how we can do that. So we just need one connectivity. So what it will do, it will just give class, or in some cases it can be a ID. So it's from 0 to 9. So currently we have 1000 points, and I will just use time shift, meaning I want to select this previous frame -1. As you can see, so I'll just merge these two, and to create a bridge between them, I will use add. And here I can just select class, or if it is particle system, then you can use ID. And again I will just use scatter. So don't use this force count. So what's the issue is, if there is a less moment, then also it will just keep this constant count, right? So we need density instead. So this is more easier. Yeah, so let's check. Yep, default is fine. Let's just turn this off. Cool. So where exactly here? So if I stay on this frame and if I reset this simulation, it is still showing, right? So what we need to do over here, instead of one frame, we can just use 2 frame as well. So it will create a bit longer trail now, as you can see. And now let's just check. Let's reset the simulation. But we cannot just go that way, right? So for now, technical problem we have fixed, but we can just implement other stuff also to avoid that. So let me just reset the simulation. Yeah, it is there, but if we add collision also over here, then it can fix some issues. So let me add collision. Oops, I have to copy this. And connect this. So here also I have that option. Just go and select VDB, and I can just use STF. Awesome. Let me turn everything on, and I want to reduce voxel as well. So now you can see it is reduced, but it is not fully fixed. And let me show you other techniques as well, how you can fix it. So currently why it is there, it is because of this noise. Currently we are using this rest field, right? So instead we can just use direct rest position as well, and this tip is really useful. So it's a bit advanced, so we can just use this point cloud open. So this is really useful to transfer the data, and here I just need to select this and input 2. So here I can just transfer data from points to volume, and I have everything in here from velocity to rest as well. So remember, rest is point data over here. So I'll just use this point cloud filter, and I will just type rest and select this over here. As you can see, there is some minor difference. But that minor difference will fix everything. Now let me reset these. Okay. If I reset this simulation, it will be fixed now, right? And if you're still new to the warp, just take a screenshot of this. This thing is very useful and it will save you many times. Awesome. But if you're still, this is still not fixing, then just go with this plan option as well. Yep, everything's working, and yep, we have really nice details in here. So everything is cool. But if I check this, so at the moment this looks bit in this box, right? So maybe we can add some noise where we can get some nice shapes over here. So here we will just use turbulent, and we will need other stuff as well. So last time we have used this damping, which is drag. So always good to start with 0, 1. And after that we can just use gas blur. It is too big, so we can just go with 008. Okay. And next we have already disturbance, which is working really well. So to break that, I want to go with, so let's just use which box will be better. Let me increase this cube. Yeah, so around 2 or maybe 2.25. Let's just check. So we can go with 2 or maybe 2.25. Yeah, and I will reduce these, and let's say increase pulse length, and I want overall less strength, so I'll just reduce scale. Awesome. And everything is working really well over here. Let me just reset these, cross check. Let me go with this one now. Yep, let's make a flip book. Let's play this. Yep, this looks awesome, and there is always room for improvement, right? So I would recommend you can just follow some reference for this and work on better noise, better, how to control things over here. Yep, so next we will render dust interaction.